to apprehend, okay, to get the real meaning of it. And just what we are asking question, these are not so difficult. See, just we have to think more, analyze more. It's okay. But then how Tsongkhapa explains what is the stage where we know that we really understood emptiness. Okay, these are very important. Yes.
When you are talking about ignorance,
yeah,
you are talking about lack of general knowledge, theoretical knowledge, or very specific kind of experiential understanding.
Ignorance is not only a lack of knowledge. Okay, ignorance is not only lack of knowledge. Lack of knowledge means it has some knowledge, but shortage. But ignorance is totally wrong view. It has no knowledge. If you say only about ignorance, it has no knowledge. It has no knowledge. This answer I got from my American friend from when they were traveling on Norway. So they asked me to give some homework. So I give this homework. So they say, okay, I ask them to define ignorance. And how can you say that we are taken into this samsara because of ignorance? So just explain. That was this homework. And then they also say the same. Ignorance is nothing, but it is a lack of knowledge. Okay. Now I will meet, okay, we are planning to meet in October. If there's some answer which is not so correct, then I have to meet and discuss, okay. If I have to read and write, it will take all night, you see. And then I have to write on mobile phone. That's so bad for my eye. So I said, okay, we will discuss. Your answer, some part of the answer is perfect, okay, very good. But there's a subtle sort of thing which we have to.
Question, not an answer.
Yeah.
So can you define ignorance? What?
I answered.
Yes.
Yeah, I answered. Okay. Totally wrong view. Yeah. Yeah. Now I think I say like this. Okay. I think I already said in the morning. If whatever we see, every phenomena has no independent existence. Everything is existing depending upon other, and then we understand, okay? So if ignorance is perceiving that everything has its independent existence. Antidote to ignorance is wisdom. Wisdom says that no independent existence. So the correct existence of the phenomena is no independent existence. But ignorance perceives that it has independent existence. Therefore, I say that ignorance is a sub-mind which is totally mistaken to the existence of phenomena. Yeah. When we debate, of course, I become a little bit more noisy, but that doesn't mean that I'm angry, okay? Of course, it becomes a little bit hot. A little bit hot.
Geshe,
Yeah.
removing ignorance doesn't mean omniscience, because Arhat, Inna Arhat, also removing ignorance totally, but still they're not omniscient. So removing ignorance doesn't mean knowing everything, is it?
Yeah, so for example, I say ignorance, if someone achieves, this is more subtle. If someone achieves nirvana, okay, nirvana, they have to remove ignorance. They have no ignorance, okay? And then now we go to Buddha, okay? After achieving nirvana, we enter into Mahayana tradition. And still there's something to be removed. What is this? Is it ignorance? No. It is not ignorance. Ignorance in Tibetan is called myonjik, okay, nyomo, myonjik, okay, myonjik. So still there's a obscuration,
Afflictive obscuration.
which is called, in Tibetan we say shitip, okay, shitip. Shitip means even we have no ignorance, still there are so many things which we don't know. She is no. She dip is obstacle to know. And then those are subtle imprints on the mind, okay, which are like very, very subtle imprints, okay. So we imprint on the mind so many things, okay. Ignorance, disturbed emotions like jealousy, bad karma and all this, okay. But now this gross level of ignorance and bad karma are removed. But still, the dirtiness which was imprinted on the mind, because of this, there's an obstacle to know everything exactly how it is really existing. So this is, I think, now in English, I think, translated as obscuration. Obscuration.
Obscuration to knowledge, and afflictive obscuration, and obscuration to knowledge.
Knowledge, yeah. So then, she is no. She is no. Okay. Dip is obstacle. Okay. She dip. And these are very subtle. These are not mind. Okay. These are not mind. These are dirtiness imprinted on the mind. Okay. Dirtiness, because our mind has been with the destructive emotion. Okay. Therefore, it is contaminated by this. Even we remove the ignorance, still there's a stain, subtle level of dirtiness on the mind, which is obstacle to know everything perfectly well.
It's called pakcha?
No. Imprint is pakcha. Yeah. Imprint is called pakcha. Subtle imprint is called pakcha thamo. Pakcha thamo. Subtle. Thamo is subtle. Yeah. Imprint is the pakcha. Yeah. I think we better to be here. And I was thinking, okay, I know this story of Papa Gujung. Papa Gujung, okay, he was very, 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 very slow learner. Very slow learner, and it takes ages to learn. Okay, to learn words. Okay, take ages. But he was just by imprint. He really wanted to be a monk, and he became a monk. But to learn, okay, the words are like this. Okay, Dulpang, Timapang. These are two words which Buddha taught him. And to clean the temple, saying Dulpang, Timapang, Dulpang, Timapang, Dulpang, Timapang. Okay? If he recite Dulpang, he forgot Timapang. Then he whole day he said Dulpang, Dulpang, Timapang. And then in the evening he asked, what was the second word? Dulpang. Okay. Then he Dulpang, Dulpang. And he forgot said first one. First one. Okay. So just to remember Dulpang, Timapang, it took ages. And suddenly he forget. This is called the thickness of the bad imprint on the mind. Due to this, okay, we don't remember, and very difficult to know or memorize. Very difficult, okay. But Buddha said, you just go on clean. You remember Dvipang, you just say Dvipang. Don't let the Dvipang forget, okay. Dvipang. And that's slowly he told Timapang. And then of course slowly he can say both, okay. Dvipang, Timapang, slowly. Dvipang, Timapang. And he did this for many years, okay, many years. And at a time, and he, from inside, he came to know that this Dvipang is not this dust, okay. Tima is not this dust. Did you study my Yamondu? studying my Yomot, what he's cleaning as a dart is not this dart. It is a dart which is a mental dart, which is destructive emotion. That was done by himself. Why? When his dirtiness becomes cleaner due to cleaning, and then his mind becomes unloaded, by all these dirty things, and mind becomes clearer, and then even Buddha didn't teach, he knows. He knows, yes, I know this. And he was asked, what is the meaning of this? And yes, he became Arahat, Bhagavad Gurjung means he achieved, his mind changed into path of saying. Because he's same Milarepa, Milarepa, when he was in the early stage, very difficult. When he did all these purifications due to Marpa, and then he becomes so, what he knows is for him, it was like unbelievable. Because he was seeing how much he knows before, you see, how difficult it is to learn. But when he's purified, he knows there are so many things which even don't have to teach, you see, didn't have to teach. So therefore, I say the purification is very important. So every, in tradition, either Satya tradition or Gelug tradition or Nyingma tradition, especially in Kagyu tradition, the preliminary practices are very important. If you really wanted to meditate or get experience of Mahamudra, and then there are so difficult preliminary practices, And then these preliminary practices, if you do all these preliminary practices as directed by the spiritual teacher, your contamination on the mind is removed. And therefore, and then you will understand the Mahamudra not just by simply intellectual knowledge, but with the experience. Experience means, oh, this is so good, so good. It goes beyond words. We cannot say Chakya or Mahamudra, we cannot say by words. No. Same as emptiness, Emptiness, to realize emptiness, simply by words, we cannot explain everything. Only we can experience if we understand through words and contemplate through the mind, and then do meditation, and then there are so many layers to go away. And then it becomes clearer. And then as soon as we see this without any sort of cloud or unclarity, see, and then this has so much sort of feeling experience. All these are due to the obscuration, due to the obscuration. So therefore, I don't know if I say like this is not very polite, and yeah. So we have to, I think we have to try to do quite a lot of preliminary practices, Yeah. For example, like in my case, the preliminary practices are very difficult. Why? Because I don't stay in one place. Even 1 month I don't stay. So if I have to do purification through Bhajasato, I can't stay in one place and count 100,000 Bhajasato. It's not possible for me. But I have to do this purification. It takes much more than anyone else. Because to me, I do in the aeroplane, in the car, in the guest house, like Bhajasato. And then, yes, Tara mantra, and Shakyamuni's mantra, Manjushri mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum. There are many, many. I have to do this. So flight is very good. Yes, flight is very good, you see. Flight is very good. Of course, sometimes I fall asleep. Yes, I sleep, and wake up, again do. Yeah. The worst thing for me is like dinner party. Very bad. There's no way I can say mantras. I have to talk. How are you? When did you arrive? How long you are going to stay? And how your grandchildren? So there's no way. And it takes at least like 3 hours for dinner. This is the biggest obstacle. Traveling by car is okay. Yeah, traveling by car is okay. When we went to, this is okay. Not much things to talk. Even we talk a little bit. In the car, talking not so comfortable, you see. And it's very good. And flight from Delhi to New York is about 14 hours. And then there's plenty of time. Plenty of time to sleep, plenty of time to do prayers. And yes, I have my small booklet, okay? I have a small booklet where I write, okay? Started from 100,000, for example, on Monday Pema, I write, okay, today I started on Monday Pema. Now I promise that I will say this 100,000. Okay, then when finished, I go back and again mark, okay, I finished, okay. And then I start another one. Vajrasattva took a lot of time. Yeah, it is very long. And the short prayer of Tara also is very long, so it took quite a lot of time. But do, you see, do, because I have to do purification. I have to do. Yeah. So, just I'm saying, okay, I'm not saying that I did it great, you see. There are many people who just much better than this. But then to go to Bodh Gaya, one of the biggest wish for me, to go to Bodh Gaya and stay about 3 months, do prostration. That was my wish, but it is not possible for me. 3 months free. Of course, I can decide, but still, okay, I have to decide, okay. Then I started seeing the faces of all those poor people. Okay, poor people. And then I said, okay, I don't do. Yeah. So, purification, you can do through the generosity, you can do through the saying different types of mantra, but your focus is that I really want to purify this thing, okay? This thing. If you are really very stingy, clinking sort of miser feeling, I think practically giving will be the best purification. Giving will be the best purification. Best purification. And it earns very good karma. And good karma is also what? It is not the best detergent to wash dirtiness in the mind, but it also helps to clean the mind. And then also we have some thought comes, okay. Very drastic sort of question comes. Drastic means not much logic, but very strong comes in. So therefore, we also have to keep some deities, or like say Avalokitesha, Manjushri, and then combine together with the many of you have, I think, got some empowerment of Vajrasattva, and then I think it has to be practiced inseparably with your teacher who gave this empowerment, and that will make your mind bring into proper track. Otherwise, your mind, sometimes mind becomes so unfortunate, like this story of Angulimala. Angulimala, do you know? He has this, Anguli is like finger, okay? As a mala with finger, okay? how he become Angulimala. He has so much potential, so huge, so intelligent, like this, but due to certain sort of negative impact, and he becomes so violent, and he run to kill and cut the finger and hang Mala, you see. He become like this. Very strong, very strong. How he become like this? How he become like this, you see? Of course, the factor goes back to, I think, 3 or 4 rebirths before, okay? We tell his story, I think, at least like 3 rebirths. Then we understand his life. But immediate cause and condition, well, I think he was very handsome, and he was physically, he was well sort of built, and he was very open to his teacher, very open to his teacher. And then one day, someone invited all the teachers and the disciple, the main teacher and disciple, invited, okay? And the teacher is a wife. And then wife has to stay back. And then wife said, okay, I can't stay alone. So I need someone to help me during your absence. And the teacher asked, the husband said, you can choose any of my student. And she was more attracted to this man, Angulimala. So she said, oh yeah, then you just appoint anyone you think is a very good student, reliable student. You just appoint. Okay. And of course he considered that Angulimala as one of the best students. So Angulimala is okay. Oh, if you believe, yes, it's okay. And then what happened, okay? After they left, this wife seduced him. And he said, no, I can't do this because you are wife of my teacher. Not possible for me to do this, okay? And then she becomes so angry. He just insisted. She becomes so angry. And what did he do? When the teacher was about to come, she made all her hairs there and just made some marks and scratch and said, now see, your student, you trust him 100%? Now see what happened to me. And the teacher believed. And then he gave a very bad sort of, black tantric practice. And then he becomes so violent, you see, so violent. And teacher gave him a knife, said that you cut 100 people's finger and hang Mala. And then come back, and then I will give you the best blessing. Actually, he is taking revenge, you see. So he went, and after time, he didn't find, okay, 1999, and then one he couldn't find. And he saw his mother. He was mother going, okay. And he was almost like going to kill his mother. And then Buddha came to know this. If they kill mother, then he is earning heinous bad karma. And then Buddha came. And then he saw Buddha. Then instead of chasing his mother, he chased Buddha. And he was running to take Buddha's finger, okay? And Buddha was very stable. And he said, stay. And Buddha said, I'm all the time staying. I'm all the time staying. But you cannot chase me because I'm all the time staying and you're all the time running. He was very confused, okay. What he's saying? He's staying. I'm all the time running, yes, I was running after him. He seems to be so stable. But I can't catch him. And that was the confusion, okay. And then slowly, he was like, he started saying some to Buddha, say that, please guide me. And then Buddha said, now you stay, and I will guide you. And he stopped going. And then Buddha gave teaching, okay, Buddha gave teaching. And then, of course, and now short story. And then he becomes so devoted, okay, devoted. And I think he was almost like in his life, he was in a very, very big sort of suffering, really put into big suffering, and he purified, and then he achieved nirvana in his life. So it is a little bit like so much sort of dramatic things, but this all goes with the connection with so many lifetimes. And then many of them, they asked, okay, why he become like this? When was this bad sort of things happen? When was this imprinted? And then Buddha tells his previous life. Therefore, we have to tell another life, another life, another life. Very interesting, very interesting. Of course, this Angulimala story is very famous in Indian tradition. It's very famous, Angulimala. Yeah. So the purification with deep regret. Okay. Now these days there's so much complication with the guilty feeling, which is so useless. Guilty feeling. Okay. Regret. Okay. Regret, and not same as so many people are feeling guilty. Not in the same meaning. You see. Regret that now I really have to clean before I die. Okay, I have to clean this. Whatever I have to do, I really want to clean this, purify this. Like this, so many purifications which unload all the contaminations loaded on the mind, become cleaner, and the mind becomes totally free of all this contamination. And then the mind becomes enlightened. There's no obstacle to know something. Okay? There's no obstacle. I told you the story of Baba Kurjung and also this Angulimala. There are many stories, many. Most of the low karmas are explained in this way. Okay? Not as a big teaching, not like a big teaching. All explained in this way, and it has so much sense. Okay? So, I think I'm okay to say that please, if there's something which is facing a lot of problem to understand or to get it very clear, or even say, even it's good teaching but still it's not so appealing to you, that means you have to clean your mind. Really have to clean your mind. Purification, okay, and this will make you really your mind become very fertile soil, where the seed of compassion, seed of bodhicitta will be grown. If mind is full of so much sort of dirtiness, hatred, all these things, and this is not a fertile land where we can plant the seed of compassion. It's totally against, you see. Of course, I planned this in the morning, but then we were carried out because I can sincerely say, I really love you all, okay? And you all are working very hard for the practice of Buddhism. So, I also try to purify myself, okay? As I explained slightly, I don't have to explain everything, but I explain how I purify myself. If you see my small book, where I make all the notes, I think I did quite a lot, see? Quite a lot. If you see this Geshe Lama Kunjo who passed away in Kupan, and if you go to his relics, and you see on the walls how much Vadasthatu he recited, how many Tara prayer, how much Om Mani Padme, everything's there. Everything's there. Geshe Lama Kunjo, I think one of the best Geshe in our age, you see. And his relics were traveled all over the world. But how much purification he did? If you read all, I read how much he did. It is not that he don't know anything about emptiness. He knows emptiness,